Belfast Conman, King Con, who scammed Nolan and Eamonn Holmes faces jail time. A notorious conman from Belfast, known as King Con, is facing imminent jail time after pleading guilty to a range of fraudulent activities that have shocked both the public and high-profile figures. This includes defrauding popular TV and radio personalities such as Nolan and Eamonn Holmes. The rise of the King Con. The man behind the alias, Cartmill, earned his infamous title due to his elaborate and deceitful schemes. For years, Cartmill operated under the radar, weaving a web of lies and manipulation that entangled many victims, particularly vulnerable individuals. His criminal activities spanned multiple sectors, from scamming individuals out of large sums of money to using deceptive tactics to win the trust of celebrities and public figures. Scams targeting Nolan and Eamonn Holmes. Cartmill's involvement with Nolan and Eamonn Holmes began when he first approached them under the guise of a legitimate business endeavor. He was able to present a charming and credible persona, luring both figures into his fraudulent schemes. Nolan, who had worked with Cartmill on a charity-related project, was one of the first to realize something was amiss. The Belfast-based broadcaster was fooled by Cartmill's smooth-talking and convincing demeanor but soon discovered the man's true intentions after a series of red flags. Eamonn Holmes, who was similarly taken in by Cartmill, found himself at the center of a scam involving a large financial sum. Holmes was reportedly shocked by the betrayal, admitting that his trust had been violated and that he felt vulnerable. The scam, which involved Cartmill pretending to be a reputable businessman offering a lucrative investment opportunity, left Holmes feeling betrayed by someone he had trusted. The extent of Cartmill's crimes. The impact of Cartmill's crimes stretched far beyond the media figures. His scams often targeted elderly individuals, tricking them into parting with their savings through false promises of investment returns or fake business ventures. It is estimated that Cartmill's total fraud amounted to nearly £1 million, affecting dozens of victims in the process. Through a complex series of lies, Cartmill was able to maintain a facade of legitimacy for years. His manipulation was not just financial but emotional as well, with many victims reporting that they felt personally deceived and betrayed. This has left many struggling to recover from the emotional and financial impact of his actions. The legal battle and the road to jail time. After a lengthy investigation, Cartmill was arrested and charged with numerous counts of fraud. His trial revealed the full extent of his fraudulent activities, including how he deceived people into believing in his false business propositions. In addition to his high-profile victims, he was also found to have targeted vulnerable individuals, preying on their trust and naivety. Recently, Cartmill pled guilty to 46 new fraud charges, bringing his total to more than 200 criminal convictions. He now faces the prospect of a lengthy prison sentence, as the justice system works to hold him accountable for his actions. Impact on victims and the community. The case of Cartmill highlights the dangers of financial fraud and manipulation, especially in a time when trust is often taken for granted. The high-profile nature of his victims, including Nolan and Holmes, has brought wider attention to the issue of fraud targeting well-known figures in the media and beyond. For those who were directly affected, the emotional toll has been just as significant as the financial damage. Nolan and Holmes have both spoken out about the experience, with Nolan stating that while it was a difficult and distressing ordeal, it has made him more cautious in his personal and professional dealings. A cautionary tale. The story of King Con serves as a stark reminder to the public to remain vigilant against fraudulent schemes, no matter how convincing the individuals behind them may seem. Whether targeting celebrities or vulnerable members of the public, fraudsters like Cartmill use charm, manipulation, and lies to gain trust and exploit others for personal gain. As Cartmill faces jail time for his actions, the case serves as a warning to anyone who might think they can get away with similar tactics. The justice system is watching, and with growing awareness of such crimes, it is clear that there is no place for individuals like Cartmill in society. Would you like further details or a specific focus on any part of the article? Let me know if you'd like to expand on certain areas. Belfast Conman, King Con, who scammed Nolan and Eamonn Holmes faces jail time. Scammer Cartmill previously made amends with Nolan on camera, who he scammed out of over £20. Kai's latest scam is understood to total close to £1 despite over 200 convictions. He has only ever served 12 months in prison. Celebrity conman Cartmill is facing prison after pleading guilty to 46 new fraud charges, taking his total number of criminal convictions to more than 200. The notorious swindler's victims include broadcast giants Nolan and Eamonn Holmes. Known as King Con, Cartmill claimed on the Nolan's TV show to have changed his ways, even shaking hands with the BBC presenter. But he has since confessed to masterminding another massive fraud. Cartmill, who is on bail, admitted 44 new charges, bringing his total of criminal convictions to 203, of which 130 are for fraud totaling around £2.5 million. The charges involved a scam duping mostly elderly people into transferring their life savings into bank accounts in the names of his money mules. He's due to be sentenced next month, alongside 3 of his henchmen who admitted to acting as mule herders, recruiting money mules, whose bank accounts were used for the transfer of the dirty money. Kieran Dunbar is joined by the Sunday Life's Kieran Barnes, who has been following Cartmill's exploits for over 15 years.